Kansas City gets the victory over the New England Patriots 27-17 in a game that wasn't exactly played as pretty as you would have thought it would have been, yet the Chiefs still get the win 27-17, a 10-point victory, and the first win in almost a month's time for the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's good. We appreciate you watching here on the Chiefs Report. Make sure you are subscribed. And as always, I'm your host, Jay Sanders, and we appreciate you spending some time with us here on this Sunday. Now, this game was full of a lot of surprises and goods and bads, and some really bad, some really goods. The first really good was Rashee Rice, 9 receptions for 91 yards and 1 touchdown, along with Mahomes going for over 300 with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Plus, Bailey Zappi didn't exactly play the greatest. He started off hot, and then from there on out, did not do well. And listen, I'm not going to say the Patriots offense is good, but they're not exactly the worst, and they held them pretty down pat. Overall, I think this game was one of those of, you look at the game, you're like, how did the Chiefs score 27? But then you think about it like, well, they had that touchdown. They had that interception. Okay, I guess it does make sense. Like, they didn't even play that good, and yet they still won by 10. They still won by 10. Like, this wasn't one of those games where it was like, all right, the Chiefs came in here and dominated this game. It wasn't like that, and yet it was like that pretty much the entire game. I mean, it was 27-10 for a good portion there of the end of the game until the Patriots punched it in. I will say this, it's a W, and we can finally spam W in the chat for the first time in a little bit. So I want to see every single person who is in this video watching right now going down to the comment section and spamming that dub. Spam that dub in the comment section. I need to see all those dubs. Just like Jameis Winston, we got to eat the W. We got to eat the W. We got to eat the W. It's time for you. Spam that W in the comment section below. The Chiefs' offense versus the Patriots was pretty good. Over 300 yards of offense, 283 through the air. Only 43 on the ground, but at the same time, you also think about it. Pacheco did not play this game, so that's probably a good portion. 2 interceptions. One of them was Mahomes' fault. One of them was Kadarius Toney's fault. We'll talk about him in just a second, but overall, that's where the bad comes in, and we'll talk about that later. But let's first start here with Patrick Mahomes. He did have the 1 interception that was his fault, and it wasn't a good pass. He tried to kind of find Blake Bell. I don't know why he was on the field in the first place, but just kind of lobbed it. Ended up getting picked. Wasn't exactly the greatest pass. And I did throw 2 touchdowns. Plus, 305 in the air is really, really good. Especially, it was a colder game. Mahomes does like the colder games, so it doesn't really bother him. But it is cold. It was windy in Gillette. And overall, played very, very well. And a lot of those passes actually went to not Travis Kelce, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, but Rashee Rice, the rookie out of SMU. 9 receptions, 91 yards, 1 touchdown. Dude played really well. And honestly, I think he's the best receiver on this team. And I don't think it's really that close. I mean, today just showed again, the round 2 pick out of SMU may have been one of the steals of the draft that the Patriots the Chiefs didn't even realize they had until maybe week 8, 9. That's when he kind of showed his true form. And since then, has just lit it up every single week. Continues to get yardage, continues to get receptions, and continues to get targeted as he is now gaining the trust of Mr. Patrick Mahomes. One guy who already has the trust is Travis Kelce, and he did not exactly have another Kelce-like game. 5 receptions, 28 yards. No touchdowns for now the 5th week in a row and 11 on the long. Guy played well. Sometimes I think he could have done better. Had a drop in the end zone that wasn't exactly the greatest. He had a flop in the end zone when he was trying to get PI. I don't know how to label this game for Travis because, I don't want to say he played bad. He definitely did not play good, though. So he also had a stinger at the end of the game, got hit on his elbow. Did not see him come back. We'll keep you updated on that throughout the week and kind of seeing what his availability is. It kind of looked like there's kind of a funny bone scenario, so hopefully it's just kind of that, and you don't have to worry about it, but we'll keep you updated with any injury news we have on Travis Kelce. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the running back, filling in for Isiah Pacheco for the 2nd week, and played well. Receiving yards of 64, including a long 40-plus yard pass that he caught on a screen that he just ran on the field with 3 blockers in front of him. 37 rushing yards, 13 carries. Guy played well. I think overall, he also had one of the best catches of the entire season as it was a touchdown pass. Throw over kind of the top of the field and dove backward. Caught it. Dude played well. I like what I saw. I think what he's showing right now is that the Chiefs have 3 running backs on this team. There was a lot of people that said, Clyde is just useless. He's not going to be here. No, he played well. You're going to have Clyde. You're going to have Pacheco. You're going to have McKinnon. This team is going to be good, and they're going to be depth-heavy for the long run here as they head toward the postseason now. And now with that win, the Broncos lost. They're really right there on the championship of the AFC West. Who was your MVP for today's game? Let me know in the comment section below. Was it Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Was it Patrick Mahomes? Was it Rashee Rice? Was it Trent McDuffie? Was it Nick Bolton with Jerry Sneed, Drew Tranquil? Give me a name in the comment section as we try and figure this out. There's a lot of MVPs. I think it's hard because I don't think anybody played exceptional, but there was nobody who played bad by any short of the imagination. So let me know in the comment section who was your MVP. I'll tell you what, though, Factor Meals can be your MVP on this bustling holiday season because you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. Well, Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you eat well for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. With chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door, you'll save time and stay on track of your healthy lifestyle while tackling all your holiday to-dos. Looking for calorie-conscious options over the holiday season? Don't skip on the flavor. Try delicious, dietitian-approved, calorie-smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving. Or need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best during the holidays? Try Protein Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. Plus, Factor isn't just for dinner. You can count on extra convenience at any time of the day with an assortment of 55 plus add-ons to suit various preferences and tastes. Choose from quick breakfast items, lunch to go, grab-and-go snacks, and ready-to-drink cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. Head to factormeals.com/ChiefsChat50 and use that code ChiefsChat50 to get 50% off. That's code ChiefsChat50 at factormeals.com/ChiefsChat50 to get 50% off. We're going to put that in the comments and in the description of this video, so go check it out and get your 50% off for this holiday season at Factor Meals. The Patriots offense was held to a really good game for the Chiefs defense, 206 yards. I didn't like 17 points. I think that was where I kind of had the threshold of I wanted them to be at 14. Now, the thing was, pretty much every single one of those points came in the first half. They didn't have a touchdown late, but overall, this team was held for a good portion. Bailey Zappi continues to be surprising because, in the first quarter and the first half, this guy looks good. But then, as the game goes on, he kind of just slows down and slows down and slows down. So, it's kind of nuts, but overall, he just didn't perform well at the second half. I mean, he was 15 for 19, and then he finished 23 for 31. So, didn't have a lot of passes, didn't have a lot of chances, only the one touchdown there. And now you have to look at the AFC West standings because there's a lot of things that kind of maneuvered. Now that everybody has played, given the Broncos played yesterday, the Raiders and Chargers played on Thursday, Chiefs have a full 2-game lead over the Broncos, a 3-game lead over the Raiders, and we just won't talk about the Chargers. If the Chiefs win next week against the Raiders, or the Broncos lose next week, the Chiefs are winners of the AFC West, and they clinch that playoff spot. Now, the playoff spot's nice, but the thing that you're looking at more or less is the #1 seed in the division. Now, we first look at the Ravens, which now have a big game tonight that you're going to want to watch on Sunday Night Football against the Jaguars, as it is going to be a one that if the Ravens lose, the Chiefs jump to just 1 game back of that first place in the AFC. Now, the 49ers game, they could lose. The Dolphins game, they could lose. Steelers, well, I've gone back and forth with that. Speaking of the Dolphins, they also have somewhat of a different schedule. Let's talk about them real quick. They did win today, 30-0 over the Jets, so they stay 1 game ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers, I guess, can't come back soon enough for the Jets. Last week was a fluke. I don't know. But here's the good news. They play the Cowboys, Ravens, and Bills. All 3 are good teams heading into the final 3 weeks of the season. If they lose one of those, bang, you're tied with them. The best case scenario right here, Jaguars beat the Ravens tonight. 49ers beat the Ravens next week. Dolphins lose to the Cowboys, and then Dolphins beat the Ravens. Then the Ravens drop back to the 3 seed, and you already have the head-to-head against the Dolphins. And so you are now the 1 seed if you're tied at 1. And the Dolphins could lose to the Bills. I mean, there's a lot of things that are happening here. The last 4 weeks of the Chiefs are easy. The last 4 weeks for the rest of everybody else, not so much. So I asked this question. Will Kansas City win out and get the #1 seed? Let me know. Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Let me know in the comment section below, as I'm trying to be pretty intrigued by this. I think overall, people aren't giving the Chiefs enough credit to, honestly, how well they could to get this 1 seed. They are really close because of how easy their schedule is and how bad the Miami Dolphins and Baltimore Ravens schedule is. So, Y for yes and for no, will Kansas City win out? And if so, will they get the 1 seed on top of that? Let me know in the comment section below. We appreciate you watching, as always, here on the Chiefs Report. It's a good win. Nice to feel a victory Monday tomorrow. And here's the best thing. Today, we had one of our best Super Chat shows in the history of the Chiefs Report. In fact, I'll give you a stat. The Super Bowl, we got $500 in Super Chats. Today, 1.4 thousand. This channel is growing, and you're growing with us. And if you want to be a part of this growth, You want to be a part of this amazing channel that's going to keep growing and growing and growing because of people like you that hit that subscribe button right now, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We appreciate you as always. And for now, Chiefs Kingdom, peace out.